Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Sally's pregnant on A Young and the Restless. Now, obviously, we're going to be sitting here talking about a lot of other things, but that is one of the main topics tonight. That is correct, Tommy. Chris is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone had a great day. Those 4 o'clock in the morning wake up calls can be a bitch. Ed is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Double C's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing good. Yeah, you did. Susan's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lisa's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, the Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless. Allison. You didn't what? You didn't see it? When Adam turned his back like an idiot. That's how that happened. I'm doing good, Black Mon. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kind of funny when he jumped over. When he jumped over to the other boat. I didn't see that shit coming. Like I typed it in, but like I just left it in there. I was like, he jumped over that shit like it was Mario Kart. He jumped over that shit like it was Mario. I love it. I'm doing good, Allison. Um, it was a good day. Yeah, Sean, I liked it. I liked it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's and I still got the what you call it. I still got the Miami Vice one coming up. So yeah, I finished that. So I wish I could have did more episodes. That's my regret, and I wish some of the episodes would have been longer. But by the time they actually allow people to make the episodes longer, that's when they decide to close down the chat. Oh, you mean on the boat? The you need the chase episode? That is correct, Tommy. Billy is having another kid. I mean, he really does take Adam's leftovers in a sense. Just what Billy needs, another kid. Yeah, trust me, Sean. Some of the chicks are gonna get a lot hotter. I will sit there and say that much. As says Albert, I need Diane, Victoria, and Louie to go to the attic. Horrible wives, hypocrite ex-wife, and daddy's girl that's making excuses. Facts. I agree with everything that you said. But yeah, Sean said. I was gonna put it that way. Some of the chicks are gonna get a lot hotter. Danny Bear 87. Sue says everyone YNR is miserable. Nobody smiles or is happy except Michael and Lauren. Okay. It's hard. It's hard to sit there and say, Tommy. I haven't really been watching the show as long, so I can't sit there and say if he's going to be a good dad or not. I guess time will tell. I came into the show a little bit late, like 4 years, and you don't really get to sit there and see a lot with his kids. Yeah, that girl was like, "What are you talking about? Everyone is miserable." Like, where? Interesting. Yeah, she's happy. Her kids are a bunch of ungrateful assholes. I will sit there and say that much. And you know what? Listen, Jack said today, he was like, you know what? I think I'm about to be done with Diane. He was like, I think I'm about to be done with Diane. Because he's like, I'm the only person that's not there fighting it. I don't get that shit either, Danny. I don't get Summer Smith there defending Victor after how many times that Victor has fucked over Phyllis. And she's like, oh, well, I'm a new man. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but are you just gonna totally forget? What's good, Dolomedics? That's my whole goddamn thing. Like she acts like she's not I don't know a Summer also whatever. Like she acts like Victor hasn't screwed her over. She acts like Nikki hasn't sat there and belittled Phyllis multiple fucking times. Like it's so fucking oh my god. Exactly, disloyal brat. Allison says, I didn't see today's doesn't sound like I missed much. No, you didn't miss anything, Allison. You can just watch my review. Trust me, you didn't miss anything. It says Javi is trash on days. This man was about to run away to avoid Leo. He was so shocked. Leo picked up. Leo picked him again, and he has a new man. He's a coward and doesn't know how to communicate facts. Well, I mean, yes, Danny Bear. Todd is very funny. Todd is very funny. You haven't been watching any clips or anything like that either, Sean? Summer was a trash. Well, Summer is a trash daughter. After the time, she supported Phyllis after she found out that Victor replaced Jack with a double. Guess what? Phyllis didn't get Phyllis didn't give consent, so you know what that means. We're gonna agree to disagree on that, Danny Bear. Um, oh, okay, all right. So at least you're watching the clips. Um, but yeah, yeah. A lot of people complained about that. Diane, just I'm gonna get back on days in a hot minute, but like, to be honest, like, okay, fuck it. It actually is. Daniel is a fucking loser. Daniel is a fucking loser, and we're gonna go right back. Fuck it. Maybe I should sit there and start like formatting this a little bit because it does get a little kind of confusing. But well, no, I actually think one of the reasons to switch back to the old Phyllis is because the Gina version is too damn good of a job selling how Victor set her out with a creep. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get back to Young and the Restless in a hot minute. And Tommy, I know you love the Young and the Restless, but was good, Danny. I gotta sit there and say something about these. Theo Carver. Was good, Latasha. Theo Carver is on my shit list. Okay? That man, that man was so. What's up, Sean? Oh, okay, yeah. How you doing tonight, Sean P? Um, that fucking prick. It's so goddamn annoying. All he's doing at this point is wasting Jada's time. Like he was just acting like an asshole. He was acting like a full blown asshole to Jada. Jada was even sniffed. Jada was drinking more than she should have. She was like, yeah, was fun. I mean, it's better. It's gotten slightly better. It's gotten better in a lot of aspects. So I ain't knocking them. I mean, and that's fine. I'm good, Danny. How you doing tonight? Yeah, Theo roast me the wrong way, and I haven't seen Days in 4 days. Um, but I hope you're too, Danny. I hope you're good. You just act like an asshole to her during that whole, that whole trivia night thing. Let me put it this way: I was happy that Philip was there. It's one second. It's not. It's not. But like I said, it's gotten better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh my god, I love this episode. It was amazing, but it's not as shitty as it once was. All right, Danny, when you get a chance, make sure you send me the link to your video through email tonight. Okay? Yeah, it's not as shitty as it once. It's gotten kind of better. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not perfect, and I mean, it is. I still feel like it doesn't have enough level of like men that I can generally root for. There's a lot of girly moments, which is fine because that's it's for women, but it doesn't really do me much of anything. Lisa said, "Do you not do?" I haven't had time, Lisa. I haven't had time. Um, I want. The funny thing is, Lisa, I wanted to do a review this week on Why Not because Diane pissed me off so much. I want to do a goddamn review. I just haven't had time, and I do miss doing it. No, I didn't. I didn't. I had to work early, Allison. I had to work super early, so um, I didn't even want up doing a live stream myself. So I was in bed by like 9:20. At a 4 o'clock in the morning wake up call. So I don't care if Drew suffers from IS, he's blanking since January. What I use this character. Okay. I'm so glad you brought up the up to being Jada was hyping this man up and trying to have a good date, and this man should have stayed home. If he gets with Gabby, I hope she puts him through hell. Well, I mean, it is Gabby, so it is Gabby, so it's not a hard thing to do. Yeah, I got an early one tomorrow. Yeah, you know how it is, Sean. Life happens to all of us. Yeah, that's the thing, Lisa. You don't understand. Like, it's funny that you say that because I was like, I really want to do on this. I really did. Um, but yeah, no, I agree with everything that you said. Like, his ass should have stayed home because all he wound up doing was making it a bad night for her. I'm like, she didn't deserve that because you act like an asshole. Like, and I know that like, okay, he's artistic or whatever, but honestly, tell you the truth, he just pissed me off. So like, I don't even care about that. To be honest, I was like, maybe you should have just stayed home or just not date her, or maybe she should just have not dated him. Like, honestly, tell you the truth, he just seems like a waste of fucking time. Yeah, no, it was Allison. It was. That's why I went. That's why I went to bed so early. Like those four in the morning wake up calls are fucking hell. They're hell if you go to sleep late. I would sit there and say that. They're hell if you go to sleep late. I learned to sit there and take my ass to bed at like 9:30 the latest. But I get out at 12, so then I have the whole day to myself, which is fucking amazing. Sophia to kill her nephew Johnny. What the F? Her daughter will be out of treatment and she hates her brother that bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is coming across as fucking. It is coming across as like Looney Tunes in the sense. I'm like, when she said that, she was like, "Oh yeah, I want you to kill Johnny." I was like, "I'm sorry, what did you just say?" I was like, "Okay, I know I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning, but you want to repeat that one more time? Did you just sit there and say you want this girl to kill your nephew because you got to get back at your brother that bad? Because your daughter, instead of going to juvie where she should have went, she went to a psychiatric, like place or whatever. What the am I watching at this point?" Yeah, Allison. I mean, that's one of the great perks is that I start early, but I leave early. Kelly says I was coming to ask. Oh, and you said it had. If you had time to come say hi to me, shake my hand, see folks. Oh yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, cat lady. No, I love her. I love my queen cat lady. See, now I actually regret not actually coming by to sit there and say what's up last night. Um, but yeah, now she wants to sit there and kill her nephew. Like, what am I? Also, okay, Days of Our Lives, 44 minutes. 44 minutes. Why the? What's good, Crystal Ramirez? How you doing tonight? I'm sorry to say how do you when you first came in. 44 minutes. I saw that part. It was in yeah, she had it in multicolors. It was a multicolored bonnet. Yeah, Jacob got that ass beat, which I said. Then Ben and I get upset about Sarah and Brady again. Move on. I'm tired of the roller coaster. I'm tired of him sitting there, crashing out when he's literally sitting there. Yeah, I'm tired of him crashing out when he's literally sitting there just banging Gwen. I mean, in the episode, he literally talks why he's banging Gwen. But he sees those two getting together. I'm like, you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, this is just annoying. Okay, thank you, Danny. I will definitely, I will definitely sit there and check it out and give it a like. That's right. Yeah, and Allison, it was multicolored. It was in a rainbow color. Like, wow, okay, yeah, you just left her there. I'm like, yo, Theo was I mean, granted, here's the thing. I I never had that much interest in Theo when he came back. I was like, oh, whatever. Now I'm just like, bro, you're a dick. Yes, yes, she had a rainbow colored bonnet. Like my girl was out there to sit there and prove a point. Susan R, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Hope you had a good day. Baby girl's out there to prove a point. Like, okay, all right, yeah. So I'm like she just needs to sit there and get over that shit. Thank you, Susan. Elena stole the baby. Oh, Allison says, cat ladies, a bad time about it. But, she definitely wants to be a bad kitty. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, listen, I get it. Maggie's talking to you kind of sideways. You gotta sit there and give her a check. But when she was like, I gave him a son. What did you give him? I was like, whoa, hey, all right, damn, girl. And, and the thing is, I'm watching this show, and I'm watching this when I'm at work, like 8 o'clock or whatever. The I'm drinking Dunkin', so the caffeine's kind of starting to kick in a little bit. And when she said that, I was like, whoa, 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 okay, all right, oh, you went a little kind of too far there. like, like you went a little kind of too far there. Oh, Susan was there too. Okay, that's a song. Yeah, I need to see. I saw Maggie needs to call it Kate Robinson is back and she don't care who she hurts to get what she wants. Yes, don't make this what they're saying that. Danny says still has 10 subscribers, but 9 subscribers still have not gotten any new subscribers. Yeah, Danny, it takes time, so you just got to keep at it, man. Keep at it. So don't lose your patience. Takes time. On a side note, like those damn sword videos I was doing, like that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love that expression on demon time. The reaches on demon time with fucking what you call it, with annoying ass Leo. Actually, Sean, well, I mean, for me personally, it was yesterday. It was the day before when she was working out with fake Nathan. She had on her workout gear. I was like, okay, but if you say, okay, Marco was about to tell his sis next. He almost with Danny. Yep. Well, at times she is Allison. It's just that she is a good looking girl. I like. I will sit there and say that she is a good looking brat. Like she. I'm not gonna lie. She is one of those type of people that can get away with it for a little bit. Like she can get away with it for a little bit. I mean, it does have a point, but it does come to a point. Like hotness can only take you so far. I mean, it will take you far, really, really far. But my whole thing, like I said, Leo was just fucking annoying. And the fact that he sat there, and he chose boring, vanilla, hobby over Dimitri, was just like not even in a minute. And I just find Dimitri to be more of an interesting character than Hobby. But of course, this is Leo Stark. Which, by the way, he was another person that was annoying the shit out of me. My goodness, that man is annoying. Every time he starts off with these stupid ass tangents, where he just starts talking, and it's like he has what they call a diarrhea mouth. I like I can't. Nah, Danny, he was like that before the concussion. We can't do that. We're not gonna do that. Okay, he was annoying before that shit, and you know that he was like that before the concussion. Okay, that's him. That's him on a typical Tuesday. Well, yeah, because once again, Audra starts running her mouth, and Stephanie comes over there to sit there and put her little ass in check. Like, what's going on? And she's all like, "Oh, me and Holden, we just playing." Like, nah, girl. Listen, I'm not gonna sit there and try to normally play the race card, but I'm like, not talking to one of those stepper housewives, okay? Like, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you're talking to a strong black woman, not one of those little stepper housewives. What's good, Jonathan? Oh, goddamn. Okay, I guess I'll listen to this. Uh, Danny, you're nicer than I am, so I am so glad that you brought up Kane. I'm so glad that you brought up Kane. Uh, Kane is a pathetic fucking man. Lily, who here's the thing, Ed. Here's the thing about Lily. My heart breaks for her, but I still find her to be a piece of shit for what she did to Kane, using her fucking children to do it. She will always and forever be a piece of shit. Okay, but Kane is a pathetic piece of fucking garbage. You sat there and record time. I forgive you. I love you. Nothing is ever going to change. I'm never going to stop loving you. What the fuck is wrong with you? But then again, you have to sit there and remember. Oh, okay, Sean. I haven't noticed that chemistry, but if you say so. Where'd you hear that from, Krista? Monique. Kane reminds me of someone walking around under a black cloud. Monique says, I'm sorry, Susan says, Kane reminds me of someone walking around in a black cloud. Monique says, when has YNR started writing Adam to be so stupid? This isn't Adam I know. There is no way Adam would have walked in front of Matt. That's exactly what the fuck I said. Well, Leo dumped Dimitri only to find out Harvey moved on. Yep, I saw it too. Yeah, I get it, Sean. It's you just got that image stuck in your head. I get it. Been watching him as Chad for a while. It's understandable, Sean. Liz at her still acting like she's better than her, and Kane needs to keep that energy he had when he said, "Yeah, I wish he would have." Um, was it was good, Nicholas? Was good, Monique? You know, Ed, I wanted Kyle to do the same thing um when he told Claire to kick rocks. But you know the problem, Ed, is that this is a soap opera. This is a woman's fantasy. So they tend to write the men as lackluster, pathetic, and stupid as possible. Okay? So, fuck me. So I just, yeah, exactly, Jonathan. I said, see, this is exactly where it's like, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna answer this question. We're gonna get to that too. Adam, as says Albert, the Adam I knew was calculating in on Victor time and lived up to his name, Victor Jr. Kelly says, I thought Kyle was about to kiss Victoria, lol. They kept going back and forth. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm not gonna lie. Kristen has just went fucking nuts. Okay? She wants to plot to kill her nephew. I've said this before, but I'll say this again since you got it. She is plotting to kill her nephew to get back at EJ because she's upset that her daughter, who should have went to juvie, instead, and should have went to juvie, but instead went to a clinic where Days of Our Lives starts to go off the fucking rails. Okay, because the one thing that like Kristen and EJ said when they were tied up by Megan, who were going to kill them, it was like, listen, we'll go back and forth, we'll bankrupt each other, whatever, we'll destroy each other's lives. We don't kill each other. And I'm saying, like, we don't kill one of our own. We don't do that. You know. Now Kristen's like, you did this to my little girl. No, I respectfully disagree, Danny. Her ass needs to go to fucking jail. Yeah? She poisoned one woman, tried to kill her. She shot another man. No, her ass belongs in fucking jail. Ain't no way in hell. No, fuck that shit. In my opinion, her ass belongs in fucking jail. She literally sat there and killed two people. Now, fucking resort treatment. Fucking way. Hey, it was good. Was good, J Blue. Finished up yesterday's CH. Maybe, Jonathan. Maybe. I'll hope that's the case. I mean, killing her nephew to get back at EJ, that is like, whoa, like what the fuck? Hey, come on, girl. I know you upset and everything like that. And I was like, okay, you're gonna plot to get back at him, okay, whatever, fine. But that I don't why not just leave Adam the way he is? Stop trying to change him. He is Victor Newman Jr. He is named for a reason. Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. Nope. That's cool. Listen, Danny Bear, I give you and DC a lot of credit because what y'all tend to do is y'all tend to take the behavior of someone and downplay it. And listen, that's great. That's what we're here for. They discuss and everything like that. But absolutely, yep, Danny Bear, you goddamn fucking right. You're absolutely right. I am harsh as shit. But, that's me. You're more nicer and understanding. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, Cheryl's another person who was annoying the shit out of me. You don't really think that she should go to. Are you fucking kidding me? You took his son, you drove across state lines, and you're talking about, oh, I'm just going to go to treatment. No. No, 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 no. Your ass is going to jail. We ain't doing no fucking treatment. I understand that's your daughter and everything like that, but nah, fuck you, fuck your daughter. Your ass belongs in jail. No, not, no. I do like Devon, even when he pisses me off at times. Um, exactly. Like, oh, we're friends. I'm like, bitch, have you lost your goddamn mind? Yeah, and just like, wow, you really sound like DC tonight. Did DC hack your account? I know, love, it's just your opinion. I'm just, you know. Exactly. Took a child and took her across state line. She's meant to talk about, but Mariah's not a danger anymore. Are you sure? Like, what? Let's like take your daughter across state lines. You sit there and tell me you're not gonna be mad enough to sit there and want that person to go to jail. Like Sharon, you sound like such a fucking. Sharon is the last person to be surprised about Devon's reaction. She was the one demon time about Daniel for years before she let that go. She even was going to set him up for Heather's murder. There we go. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Jonathan. But, again, it's not a contest or whatever. I just want to get out. You know what? I'm going to be honest, and I know it sounds harsh. I don't care because I'm not here to be nice, but like sometimes a situation like that happens and it's so messed up that you get to a point where you're like, I don't give a shit about your mental illness. I don't. What you did was wrong. You belong in jail, and I don't care about your psychological problems because your ass belongs in jail for what you did. Mental illness, not. You did what you did. You're responsible. Actions have consequences. Again, that's just me because I'm not a nice person. Yep. Yes, he does. You get another kid. Um, okay, so as much as I don't like Tracy, probably, I know Eileen Davidson must be up to that age. I imagine, but I want to wear a raincoat. I was like, listen, as much as I don't like Tracy, she was 100% correct. Brooklyn, keep your goddamn mouth shut. Oh, Billy, like Brooklyn, keep your goddamn mouth shut because it already happened. Also, okay, so we got to talk about Jordan, right? We got to talk about Jordan and Curtis, right? Curtis wants to keep blaming the person driving away. Bro, if you would have kept it in your pants, and Jordan, if you would have kept your goddamn eyes in the road, this wouldn't have happened. You swerved into Brooklyn's lane because you was too busy trying to get a little smoochy smoochy time in the car at night driving. What the fuck are we doing at this point? Danny, why don't you send me the link to your other channel also? Because I know you had another channel, so send me the link to that too. But like, yeah, exactly. Even Joel said it was her fault. So I was like, Curtis, I'm gonna be honest. I'm already going to start to get so sick and tired of Curtis being like, well, if it wasn't for the other driver leaving, I was like, you mean for the accident that you nearly caused? Yeah, exactly, Curtis. Shut the fuck up. Oh no 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 no. You got to sit there and hear him whine and whine and whine, and Justine being like, oh, I gotta go out for blood. I was like, Justine, I want to just kind of chill the fuck out for a little bit. You're already fucked up your cases so far. Now the only reason why you sit there trying to go after this damn driver, um, and that's another thing already. They say it's illegal to leave a scene of an accident. But what if they didn't know that it was an accident? Listen, this isn't Seinfeld. There's no such thing as the Good Samaritan. Okay? I know it sounds selfish and it sounds fucked up, but technically, if you're your passive person, like it's one thing if they crash into each other, and then she was like, "Yeah, fuck that, I'm out." Um, yeah. I mean, regardless, like I don't. I mean, granted, it's a soap opera, and I'm going to be honest, the U.S. justice system is dog shit. But like, I think any good, decent attorney could sit there and defend Brooklyn. Any decent attorney. Oh, you can get Justin from Days of Our Lives, and I'm pretty sure he can do a decent job. Exactly. She didn't know. So like she just kept going. But like, again, we have to sit there and hear this crybaby Curtis. Justin is a waste of a character. Her and Sonny sticking together needs to come out. Yeah, I don't need to sit there and see Sonny eating another woman's face. Because that's what he does. He doesn't kiss women, he eats their face. If you have low tolerance for alcohol, you can get drunk or tipsy just by drinking only one glass of wine or even a beer. Yeah, exactly, Monique. Especially if you didn't eat, you know. Um, Anytime just saying that he was irresistible, thinking we are probably. Oh, absolutely. I laughed my ass off. J Blue, I laughed my ass off. I was just happy that he was not eating and he wasn't eating her face. Um, that gave me comfort to continue the scene. It's not just that, Allison. It's also if you ate, if you didn't have anything to eat, everyone responds to alcohol differently too, and everyone's tolerance is also different. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. It's really just getting old. Like it's getting super old. I'm like, bro, me and Ed was there talking about it earlier. Ed is tired of the roller coaster thing, and me personally, I'm just tired of him just like, bro, you're banging another woman. I'm just kind of done at that point. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh my god, Ed, I love it. This Willow, Santa Justine, just in case you get thirsty for it. Yo, when he said that, I was like, what does GH know about thirsty? Which I've been watching clips from Beyond the Gates or something. Because you know what? Here's the thing. I will shit on Beyond the Gates for a lot of reasons, but at least they do get updated on their lingo. And yo, when she said, one second, Jonathan, when she said to her, she was like, I'm just holding him captive long enough this way I can get leverage over him, just like I got leverage over you. When she dropped that fucking bomb, I was like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, what? Yo, oh, I have no idea what he's gonna do next, Jonathan. Um, I'm not even. I'm honestly telling you, Leo just annoyed me so much with playing with Dimitri's heart, the back and forth shit. Like, I don't understand why Dimitri's upset. So I have no idea what he's going to do next. But I can, again, I sympathize with Dimitri and everything like that. Like okay, thank you, Daniel. Um, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, maybe. Um, I don't even know who he is. So yeah. Like I said, when she dropped that bomb, when she was like, just like I have leverage over you, it was like, yo, you set up Mom Dukes. And the sad thing is, yo, when she oh Oscar. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Oscar, Oscar the Grouch. Okay. Um, when she okay, so when she told her mom that she was like, yeah, I shot Drew in the back. And then she turned around, she looked at her mom, and she was like, does that make me a bad person? I'm like, yeah, yeah, that actually does make you a bad person. You literally shot somebody in the back twice to sit there and try to kill them. What fucking world do you think that does not make you a bad person? I'm pretty sure the devil was sitting there looking at you right then and there, like, mm-hmm, yeah, we got a nice, warm, comfy seat for your ass. So yeah, and then even after all of that, she was like, I just hope that you don't hate me. And I'm like, um, you don't see that your daughter is batshit crazy and kind of fucking evil. You would have made an excellent mother. Then he says, "What's your plans for this week?" I plan on going out Saturday and getting extremely drunk, like blackout kind of drunk. So that's my plans. And watching the boys and finish watching Daredevil. But most importantly, getting like blacked out drunk. That's my plan. Oh, I'm here for it. Exactly. I am so here for it. What's your plans for the week, Danny? Yeah, I've seen her come close. I am streaming tomorrow. So I'll be streaming tomorrow and I'll be streaming on Sunday. No, Alice, I'm not joking. Like I really do plan on getting blacked out drunk. It'll be fun. You know, I probably won't remember much, but yeah, I definitely look forward to it. I definitely look forward to it. You know, the thing is, Jonathan, there's a lot of times I have to avoid YouTube like the plague. Have a good night, Sean, and I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for coming through. I have to avoid YouTube like the fucking plague. And what's that look for my love? You stop it. I don't even know what that look for, but you stop it. Of course, Sean, of course. Thank you for coming through with us. But yeah, Jonathan, I have to avoid YouTube like the plague because YouTube loves to sit there and try to spoil shit, gives me clips or whatever, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to see it. I'll watch it when I fucking turn on Amazon. Oh no, Allison, no, we're going to like different like restaurants and bars and stuff. So, and I haven't really seen my friends in a hot minute. So it's been a while. So when we catch up, we catch up. Like catch up, we're gonna go hard. We're gonna party. We're gonna party. That's good, Danny. That's good. Yeah, no, you don't need to do your energy drinks. Trust me, that shit will fuck you. Well, actually, a lot of things will fuck you up in the long run. So, never mind. But yeah, good for you, Danny. Oh man, hey. Hmm. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm actually gonna see it in the theaters. Like, I'm weighing that if I'm gonna see it in the theaters. Like, I am seeing Street Fighter in theaters. Um, He-Man, Supergirl, Spider-Man, and Doom. Those movies I will definitely be broke for. Kelly, you stop it. I don't even I don't even know what that emoji is, but you stop it. I do remember the last stream that I did one up doing. I was super drunk. Um, but I won't be streaming that though. Yeah, no, the plan is to literally get blackout drunk. No whole bars, just straight up just shots and shots and shots and shots. So should be fun. Looking forward to it. Yeah, they mentioned that. Yeah, got later. I was like, I was like, I gotta see He-Man. Plus, I saw the trailers. I was like, I gotta see this shit. Listen, I still think that the original He-Man holds up. I might, Jonathan. Or I may wait till it gets on Disney Plus. Yeah, I mean, in like a really fucked up sort of way. Yeah, Monique. Yeah, the boys. Yeah, it's hilarious and like, if you got that type of sense of humor. His character was a child, and they never ran the same circles. LOL. The magic is yep. Facts. Facts. I mean, here's that. I'm definitely going to see the Mandalorian. Like, I'm going to see Mortal Kombat. I just don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters. I know I'm gonna be broke. I'm not trying to be like fucking destitute. And obviously, I'm also gonna see Dune um, in December. And it's funny, Jonathan. So YouTube has an official. Yeah, I'm gonna say that too, Danny. Yeah. So YouTube has well, Marvel has an official page on YouTube, and they literally have a clock counting down to like the exact day when Dune comes out in December. So, like, just in case I forgot, it's like right fucking there. Maybe a bizarre type homeland as era. Yeah, opposites. Um, but yeah, and like I said, oh yeah, I didn't, since you're here, Jonathan. So Theo, Theo Carver has been added to my shit list. Yeah, I want them to too. I want him to also. Um, Disney needs to sit there and do right by him. You want to pay this man half the salary that he was making in the first season and tell him, "Oh, come on, bro, just come on back." Like, what? I mean, you might have missed it. I worked with the actress who played the dermatologist. That, oh, really? Oh, I did miss that. Wow, that's interesting. Yep, I'm talking about him acting like a dick and being a waste of time for Jada. That is, that's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that scar looked like. That scar look that shit look rough. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie. Like here's the thing, I knew that the damage was bad because you could see like a little bit of it, and they bandaged her face up, so I knew when they took off those bandages, I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew it was gonna be bad. So she did a hell of a good job with that. Wait, you mean a nurse that came in there to take off the woman that was explaining the one that was explaining to Jada about um because of the burns and stuff like that, it might be worse. The black woman. I get that. I get that, Jonathan. But I'm be honest. Like I said, his attitude just like pissed me off. Though. Like, oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, his attitude just pissed me off. Here's the thing, Jonathan. When Theo came back, I wasn't really that interested in him anyway. But like after he started acting like that, I was like, nah. Allison asked Jay Blue, "Are you from LA?" I don't know what Lucas plan on doing. But yeah, I was like, in all reality, I was like, okay, he's moving in with you. Like, I'm like, bro, how about you calm the fuck down? Like, you acting like a kid. Like, first of all, let's be very fucking clear. Okay, y'all are dating and stuff like that, but you acting like y'all are in a serious relationship. Like, she told you that shit out of a courtesy, out of respect, right? She was upfront and honest with you, and you took it and you start acting like a little fucking kid about it. Like, and thank you, Ed. That's another fucking thing. Not to mention, it's like, bro, that's how you want to sit there and act when like Sean gets hurt and he wants to sit there and she wants to sit there and try to help him out. Like, nah, bro, you can kick rocks with that attitude. Like, y'all are like on your what second or third date, and that's how you're gonna choose to act. And then, like Ed said, you just left. You just went home. You didn't bother to sit there and take her home or anything like that. So I was like, nah, bro. I was like, nah, bro. You know, fuck yourself, bro. I was so done with that cat. And I'm not gonna lie, that was another thing. That whole scene was awkward as fuck to watch. Cause Leo, the guy who just talks and just had fucking diarrhea mouth, he just kept going. Um, it, I said you, he made it uncomfortable for Gabby and Philip too. Lucas and I dressed her in a theater performance in Chicago. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting, Jay Blue. And he's showing his ass exactly. Exactly. I don't get why people think that Jordan was overreacting about her face. Yeah, I don't know who felt like she was overreacting about her face. Like, I mean, that's another thing. I was like, I actually tell you truth, Monique, they probably would. That's a pretty deep scar, and it's not just because of the scar because of the glass. It's also because of the burn. So that means like if it was just like what the doctor said, if it was just the glass or whatever, they may be able to do something to that. But because of the burns, hmm, it's much more hard to sit there and recover from and overreacting over a scar like that. Like, granted, I am not a woman, but I know most women, when it comes to their appearance and how they look, that's important. Period. Hell, a woman gets a fucking pimple and it's like, imagine a deep scar like that. That's why when people were sitting there saying, even when Ava was like, "Oh, Ava, you tripping? You don't really, you're overreacting." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm not sitting there saying like vanity is a bad thing or whatever. I mean, as long as you're not being like obnoxiously conceited, like that's a very important thing for a woman. So like, anyone that's sitting there saying like completely lost their fucking mind. It's a normal reaction they gave Ava, Michael Grace when they were disfigured. Yep. All they gotta do is send Jordan to either Michael's doctor or Ava. Um, yeah, I mean, if you can get in touch with Jack Brennan, and if Jack Brennan wants to sit there and do you a favor, otherwise, your ass may actually kind of stay looking like that. Facts, facts. I'm not gonna lie, Natasha. I am wondering about that. Like, did he really just sit there and just disappear as a net like that? I used to work in theater. I know a lot of Chicago actors that have good TV, that have good shows on TV. Oh shit! Okay, that's what's up, Jay Blue. What do you do now? If you don't mind me asking, Jay Blue? Yeah, people stare and are rude to people who look differently. And that's the thing, Allison. Even and I'm gonna be honest, Allison. Even the best of us, we don't try to stare or whatever, but like on some level, we can't help it. We can't help it, and it's unfortunate. It's kind of just human nature. I think she may start to feel insecure about her scar because when they look at her, they would only see her scar, overlooking everything else. Yes, exactly, Jade. Well, and I agree with that too, Latasha. Um, exactly. So yeah, now people are bugging. People are bugging. And I'm not gonna lie, Latasha. I'm not gonna lie. Ivory, first of all, Ivory is just annoying as fuck. And RJ comes across as the most unlikable Nepo baby I had the unfortunate pleasure of fucking seeing on TV. I mean, he really does come across as like, you know what? Tyrese is new. This bitch is actually a lot better. Yes, definitely Miss Proper. Oh my god, these yo. First of all, the fact that I was watching it today and she was like, "Oh, you need to." Even RJ was like, "Oh, well, you need to sit there and fire Miss Dillon." I was like, "You need to fire somebody who was previously homeless. You need to fire someone who was previously fucking homeless, who didn't have a job, all because poor fucking Electra, who is just the dumbest chick so far on there." Is going to get her feelings hurt every day? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, in all reality, listen, I shit on Beyond the Gates a lot, and I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it, but like, all the beautiful sometimes be taking the show to such a low place where you're just like, damn. Am I Smith saying that the wrong show should be canceled? Does the WSB have access to footage on that highway? I'm pretty sure they do. Or you take care of people's children as a nanny. Okay. There's another person who just comes across as self-centered. Like, I got bumped out. I got burnt out working in theater. Was it just like long hours, or just people acting like rude and entitled, or like just dealing with people with like rude attitudes or different personalities? And it says, watching why not now, they really do have too many rich people in the show. They used to have a few middle class people. Now it's the rich and the rich and the restless. Yes. Okay, let me take this off. The rich and the restless. Yes. Oh, uh, there you go. The actor playing Rocco is Danny says, I like the Nikki Newman picture. She's my favorite character. Danny, you know what you should do? You should go to Kyrie's Clark's channel and you should sit there and tell him how much you like Nikki Newman. Okay? I think it would really crack him up and give him a really good laugh. Okay? So that's what I personally think that you should do. Okay? You tell Kyrie's Clark, go to his channel, okay? And you tell Kyrie's Clark that Nikki Newman is your favorite character. What's good, Ronnie Ron? What's good, Krista? So yes, that's what I think you should do. I think it'd be real. I think it would really kind of be cheered up by that. So I think so. Yes, you let him know that Albert sent you. So you can tell him how much you like Nikki Newman. Okay. Rosemary, how you doing tonight? What's good? I know, and look how long it took. That is so bad. Look how long it took. I don't know. You got to ask Cat Lady. You got to ask Cat Lady, Ron. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear Rosemary. Glad to hear it. I feel like it's been a minute since you've been here, though, too. About a minute, I mean like a long time. The Kyrie says, I guess not. Yeah. The Brooks and the Foresters, one was rich family and the other was a low income family. Oh, not gonna lie, that sounds more interesting than what we got right now. Long hours as wardrobe and gown folks acting like entitled truth. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. That I'm not gonna lie, that would definitely do it. I know, I should have, Cat Lady, I should have. No, I love seeing you. I just, yeah, I had to wake up early, so that's why I didn't. But I should have done. I mean, Cat Lady, you can always come on my stream. You know, anytime you want to come to my stream, you can. As since I need Jacob Sterling to pick up the pod. Yo, he got his ass beat today. I don't know if you watched it today, Ed, but yeah, Jacob got those hands put on him. And I'm not gonna lie, part of that shit was kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like Dante is so clueless. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Yeah. It was okay. It's here's the thing. It shouldn't be funny, but like it just was. Just the way it was set up. Like, oh, okay, that's cool, Ron. That's good to know. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Danny. But yeah, no, no, Danny. You make sure, like I said, you make sure when you go to Kyrie's stream, you talk about how much you like Nicki Newman. Okay? Yeah, you make sure you do that. I think you'll find the story pretty entertaining. Yeah, you'll find it entertaining and fun. Okay, and trust me, I know my boy Kyrie's. Okay, so make sure you do that. Sorry, I've been on here. I've been so busy taking care of two of my grandkids. It's so good. Okay, well that's understandable. I understand that. I wonder what Silva has on Ezra. Besides his life in his hands, Lulu's been annoying, Jay Blue. Like, her sitting there picking the fight with Britt talking about, you got my son involved in the shooting. I was like, no, nobody told your dumbass son to sit there and follow Britt to that damn alley. Like, nobody told her to do that. Nobody told him to do that. I'm not going to lie, Jonathan. She does. She does. Listen, I will give her that. I will give her that. Catherine Kelly Lang still got it. No, she does not. She's gonna find out though. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take 6 months or whatever to do. And you're absolutely right, Allison. And you're gonna be pissed off, and you're gonna have every right to be pissed off. You're gonna have every right to be pissed off. Trust me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. Catherine Kelly Lang. Oh, shit. What's good, CK? How are you doing tonight? Hope you are well. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna sit there and say she is due back from her break. Um, she is due back from her break at this point. So, and drunken boils, right? Drunken Ezra. Like I said, I'm still here for this new Jocelyn. This new Jocelyn is fucking badass. And I'm here for all of it. No, no, I think when Danny explains it, I think when Danny explains it, he'll change his mind. People says, "Oh, screaming at the TV when she was saying all that stuff about Brett." Yeah, she. I'm like, girl, shut up. Like your son was the one that sat there and followed Brit to that damn out, and you want to sit there and blame her for it. Like, I'm like, girl, you are doing way too much. Insufferable is the word I was looking for. She was like that when she first woke up. She was like that when she first woke up. 1 second, Ron. When she woke up and she started coming at Nina and she walked in her office and everything like that, and she was like, "Well, I'm not leaving until you tell me you're Charlotte." And I was like, "Nah, they need to sit there and put your ass back to sleep." I think he has good reason. I don't understand Ari's not just saying, "Oh, well, men are just being jerks." I'm like, you don't know him. You don't know if he's a good person or a bad person. And seeing how the last person that she hooked up with, who was Dog the Third, who turned out to be kind of a fucking scumbag, maybe the fact that this dude is warning you away from him, you should fucking listen to it. That's it. Yeah. Um, and that's the whole other thing though, like, in reality, that's and in reality, that's a Lulu problem. Like Lulu can't accept that that's a her problem. She needs some therapy or something. Like Rocker wants a relationship with Brett. You know, this and like, and at the end of the day, Lulu, this is not just about you. This is about him, what he wants and what he needs. You need to sit there and get over that goddamn attitude. I'm not just saying you got to be all kumbaya with her or be besties or whatever, but like for the sake of your child, you need to sit there and just deal with it like a grown ass mature woman. But at the end of the day, like I said, um, you're doing way too much. I love it where fucking like my phone hides YouTube for me. It's like, oh, okay, that's where it is. I have no idea, Ron. Your guess is as good as mine. But AKA Brooke Logan. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised. I was like, wait, that was Brooke. I was like, that was Brooke. I was like, this is the type of woman that, well, looks like in one of my movies, but that is like that is hella young Brooke Logan. Yo, she must be like at least in her early 20s, her early goddamn 20s. Heather, you stop her. Don't you start. You start being a bad girl. Like I said, listen. Even in this picture, that chick still got it. Like that chick will damn near forever have it. It's always possible. Um, yeah, and it's like I said, I don't really. Kelly, you stop it. Don't you start being a bad kid. Like I said, I so don't care about Johnny and Chanel. Um, I rather you get killed off or not. I just 44 fucking minutes today, Ed. 44 goddamn minutes, and I feel like a lot of that was with them. I feel like a lot of that damn time was spent with those two idiots. The two people who I really don't care for the most. Days of Our Lives decided to just spend fucking time with them the most. I'm like, Days, y'all need to sit there and start cutting down that damn time because y'all are doing. No, I can't. Like I can't do it. Hopefully, hopefully, Ron. Yeah, Allison, TJ should be there. Um, TJ really did drop the ball on that. They did. Yep. And I'm not gonna lie, even they were just obnoxious. Even they were just fucking obnoxious. Days offered. Here's the thing. Days offered. Yes, and I agree with that. 33 minutes should be. It's a fucking ripoff of Stephanie's book, and Bonnie's a goddamn idiot. I got so damn tired of her damn temper tantrum. Also, Days has been decent for the most part. Oh, okay, Danny. Um, Days was decent for the most part. You know, it was decent. Like not super great, but not like like oh my god. Um, Ron, if he wants to talk about Born and Beautiful, he has the right to talk about Born and Beautiful. If I want to talk about Born and Beautiful, then we're going to talk about Born and Beautiful. So let's be nice, Ron. Let's treat each other with respect. They killed the actress that played her wrong character, or Adrian should have been the answer to Bonnie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Bonnie. Here's the thing: Bonnie tries to serve as like comic relief, but even at the end, she was like, you know what, Justin was right. Justin was right about the whole damn thing. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to sit there and see more of Bonnie. You know? Well, the fact of the matter is, they was like, oh well, we convinced TJ not to fly out here. You convinced your you convinced your son not to fly out to see his mother when she's in ICU. No part of that sentence makes sense. Not one ounce of that sentence made sense. And I don't know if they tend to drop the ball and just I don't know, rely on the audience to sit and have a certain level of disbelief. It can only go so far. Your mom Dukes is in the hospital, ICU at that, and not only TJ is her son, but it's also a doctor. You think he's not going to want to be there? Like, what did they just have to sit there and cram that much of Molly and Cody into shit? Um, it's so like it's almost like they know the fans are just like, come on, seriously, like that's the best you're gonna sit there and do, like. Yeah, exactly, CK. Kurt, we're gonna here's the thing. We're gonna have to constantly hear Curtis Like it's the other driver's fault. If they would have stopped and helped, then she wouldn't have had all those burns and cuts on her face. I was like, no, 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 no. Y'all two idiots could not have kept it in your pants long enough to go to the restaurant instead of sitting there doing all this smoochy smooch shit, and that wouldn't have happened. Yep, never showed up for a brother's funeral. It makes no sense to me. Um, because watching somebody have a miscarriage is horrible and sad and depressing. Well, and that's why. Exactly, Allison. So it just doesn't really. Albert, the running another teen movie joke still holds up. Albert, the fans are creating the TJ page talking about TJ not being there. Yeah, you know how that works. I'm not gonna lie, Ed, that movie still holds up. That movie still holds up to this day. Um, and like some of the other parody movies don't like. I don't really care about the other scary movies or whatever, like the other scary movie parodies, but like that one holds up. I don't remember the other bartender. I just know that Ezra just act like an asshole, and he's gonna have a killer hangover. Yeah, like I said, that movie still fucking holds up to this day. Marco's phone doesn't have a track. You know, it's actually a very good question, J. Blue. Marco's phone doesn't have a tracker. You have both of those two Smith. You have both Britt and Lucas Smith. They're talking about that, like, oh, yo, you know that he probably knows that you're the person he was talking to. But even on like fake Nathan and Sitwell was like, yeah, thank you. I mean, it was wrong, but it's not like he was not there doing it to sit there and try to like fuck her over or try to make her or try to treat her like she was a child. And I do feel like in some ways she was kind of doing a little bit too much. I mean, I get that she still has PTSD or whatever, but she was like, don't sit there and try to manage me like I can't handle it myself. I'm a very strong woman. I was like, first of all, let me tell you something. People who are strong don't have to sit there and announce it to everyone else. So let's start with the whole I'm a very strong and capable woman. It was like, just stop. I was like, you need to stop. Um, she needs more therapy, and I get it. Like he's gonna have to sit there and kind of take some of that shit in. And yeah, it was out of pocket, but it's also out of a sense of PTSD. Yeah, that's a downside of drinking, CK, because you can drink, you can have a lot of fun until it becomes not fun anymore. You know, the nausea, the vertigo, those are not fun parts. Those are not fun parts. I'm not gonna lie though, when Ezra was sitting there going in on Sitwell, because Sitwell was like, "Oh, everyone's incompetent. You're incompetent. She's incompetent. He's incompetent." Da 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 da. After a while, Bo's like, "No, no, no, no. You know what the common denominator is? You. You're the problem." He went in on him. Well, he went in on him until he went to go get that damn gun. And he put him back in his damn he put him back in his damn exactly. He had that backbone for like a hot minute. He had a mustache. He had that attitude for a good hot minute, and Sitwell just casually was like, okay. And he's walking to his, his whatever, and he pulls out that gun, and he was like, what? I never saw that man stutter so much in my entire life. Up Ezra right there. He was like, yeah, he was dying. Yeah, Ron, I am. Thanks for reminding of the spoiler. Yeah, he kind of sat there and looked at him like, someone sat there and looked at him like, is this motherfucker actually sitting there getting uppity with me? Like, is he sitting there trying to, like, you got a voice? Yeah, he didn't at first. Yeah, he didn't at first, okay, and then he was like, he does have some time. I don't know. I'm just kind of glad that he stopped like fixating on Sonny every 5 seconds. You got three people sitting there saying the same thing. You have Sonny saying it. You have Justine saying it. You had Don. You had Tasha saying it. Like, bro, enough already. Like, get ass serious enough. Like, get it. It's not him. Like, relax. So part of me is like, if it was, what do you love about him, Matt? Also, by the way, I mean, granted, we know it's not him, but if it was Sonny, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't remember who said this, but Sitwell Sitwell likes having power with Sonny. He likes having a local mayor in his pocket, and if Sonny dies, Laura's gonna sit there and start blabbing like there's no tomorrow. So he likes the idea of he stands on business. Okay. Um, he likes the status quo. He's comfortable with the status quo. So again, I'm just like, bro, so what? Like, so what? Like, okay, so I heard this before. Well, I heard this in Kyrie's stream that Kristen Storms isn't on contract anymore, and I'm kind of just like, okay. I mean, I know it was Kyrie's being Kyrie's, but I was like, the chick just had brain surgery too, right? I think Nathan will return tomorrow. Nathan who? She hates Nathan? I mean, yeah, that too, Ed. But again, the chick had brain surgery. And also, like, it's not like she's not going to be on the show anymore. I mean, Cody's still on the show and he's on contract. We still see him. Like, I mean, unless they decide to get Kristen Storms, like, oh shit, it's crazy. I saw her. I know that she did it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw on Instagram that she put up a story, but I'm gonna be honest. I was on Instagram looking at thirst traps, so I didn't get a chance to sit there and look at her story. So hopefully it's still up. Um, This is what happens when you go on. Well, okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is what happens when I go on Instagram. I say, look, at the end of the day, you're my beautiful queen, and that's what matters. You know, it's all about you. Where's the can't get on here. No, just put some stones. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not gonna. Like, why is this? What? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, I'll look at that later on. And Danny saw your GH review, which I did shout you out in my video, by the way. Um, yeah, and like I said, that's the part that's actually getting pretty good. That's actually the part that's getting good, Jiggle. Yeah, I saw it on my timeline. Oh, Ethan's back tomorrow. Okay. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I saw her. I was like, okay, that's what's up. You know, I agree with that too, Allison. I'm just, here's my whole thing. I know people are excited that Ethan's back on the show. I'm just like, if you give him a good storyline, that's cool. But like, I'm not like rah 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 about it. It's like, okay, is he gonna have a good story or not? I mean, yeah, we don't. I mean, I know Cat Lady loves her characters, but like, we don't need any more people on there. Yeah, I did actually hear about that, Jonathan. Um, Jakaris actually did something on his stories about it. I need Bill and Beyond the Gates to start catching on to Haley. She's been poisoning him. Leslie did get Haley when she brought up Bill calling Danny Boo in front of her. Bill, Bill's been fucking falling asleep lately. No. What are you talking about, Callie? I mean, the only person I think about is you. Like, come on now, don't start with that craziness. I know it's all about you. I'm not quitting. That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing, Gabriel. I'm just like he says that. Yep, that's my girl. Saying that. She's been saying that story for years, and she is sticking to it. Exactly, Allison. But like I said, Cat Lady, listen, she's been saying that story for years, and she is sticking to it. She is consistent about that. Okay. it's funny, Jay Blue, because like he was not there telling Britt, he was like, they're not going to sit there and see me coming. But Sitwell is already sitting there starting to think about if Lucas was the one that, unalived, what you call it. Tracy says she has been saying that story for years. Exactly, Tracy. What's good, Tracy? Seriously, that's my cat lady. She when she says stuff that she stands on business. Danny says, I'm looking to make a past character from GH video I would like to see come back. I'm trying to figure out who. Okay, well when you do, you let me know and I'll watch the video. But it's good to see you, Tracy Steves. But yeah, I'm like, she also been Haley has also been poisoning Bill for like what, a couple of months now. She's been plotting for since jump, and she hasn't gotten anywhere. Like, I mean, granted, yeah, I feel like they I don't know if they changed tactics and decided to make her um, a gold digger or con artist. But like, if that's the case, I was like, you've been going after this man for a year, and you haven't gotten nothing. Like nothing at the same. She has not accomplished her goal. I really enjoy this character. Oh yeah, no, so, yeah, he can't cry. The Sitwell has been a very good addition to GH. Um, yeah, I just don't understand. You've been on there for a year. You haven't like done anything. You haven't taken the money and ran or anything like that. Like, what are you doing? So I don't know. I think it's just stupid, honestly, and just bad writing. Oh, it was absolutely one side, Jay Blue. That's one when he was all drunk and everything like that. I was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Acting like a damn weirdo now. Like, like they're day drinking and like stumbling over shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? That's what a secure plan for Drew, Fast and Haley's plan. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like I said, Jonathan, I'm not simply saying that the show is total dog shit. Granted, Vanessa also annoyed me today. I mean, Vanessa annoys me almost every fucking day, to be honest. But like the fact that she is Smith there choosing Joey over people that she has known for like, you know, it's just fucking crackheaded. And it's like your daughter don't like the man that you're with. You're choosing Joey over your fucking daughter. Like, you really are just a piece of. Jenny says, Albert, have you been on James' channel? No, I haven't. I've been really busy since they're making videos on my own channel. I have not been on there for a very long time. I know that he doesn't really do too much videos and answer questions. Yeah, well, he has a different format. You know, he has a different format when he does his live streams. Actually, when I really think about it, um, thank you for bringing that up, Danny. Like, me and Kyrie is probably the only. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Thank you for joining. It was great to have you. Great to see you again. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Me and Kyrie are the only people that I can think of that does discussion. Like James and Dish and Days and Dion, they do live reviews. Their formats can be a lot different. Eagle, why would Adam fall for that trick as soon as he saw Nick? Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's funny too. Like Monique said the same thing. I'm pretty sure actually a lot of people have said the same thing, and I agree with every single one of you, Eagle. Yeah, DC's been busy with school. DC has been busy with school, but he says when he has more time, when he's done like graduating, he has more time. He'll do a video and stuff like that. DC used when he used to do lives, he used to do lives like us, like just did like um discussions and stuff like that. Harvey is a real character. You're still married to Leo, and you moved on after one thing going wrong in your small marriage. Like Leo is not innocent in all of this, but you told him to stay away. Yes, thank you, Eagle. Exactly. Yes, Ed. I said the same thing. I was like, "Oh, you didn't even fly out to me." Like basically, him Smith is saying, "Well, I wanted you to fly out. I want you to fly out to me, even though I told you to stay away. I still want you to fly out to me." I was like, "You want him to be a fucking mind reader? Are you serious?" I was like, "Are you serious?" I was sitting there watching that shit, and I'm just like, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding." I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "You know what, Hobby? Kick rocks." And Leo, you chose wrong. You really chose wrong. Yeah, I wish Dan did more discussions. Yeah, yeah, his that's the thing, Allison. You've been in this stream, so it's just more of a live review. Um, so like if somebody was to come in and be like, "Oh, what'd you think about this character? Or what do you thought about this or this scene or whatever?" He would just tell you, "Oh, well, I already did it. I already talked about that. Just go back and rewind it afterwards," which is not really, I don't know. Like I said, Allison, everyone has their form. But like as of right now, it's like me and Kyrie's are the only people that do discussion. And I guess I understand where Dion's coming from because he doesn't do videos. Some people just don't I'll do a review on GA, sit there and just A, B, C, and I'm done. But when I'm doing the live, it's like, no, we're just talking about shit. Because I can always do a video just talking about it afterwards. Anyway, yeah, it's a little bit of a more different thing. And that's the thing, Allison. I saw somebody else make a comment that was very similar, but like I said, everyone has their thing. Um, and yeah, like James, like people usually want to talking to each other because it's not like they can ask James a question when he's talking to his different co-hosts and stuff. So I don't know. I guess that's what just makes us more unique and just makes the game a little more interesting. But thank you for saying that, Allison. I usually watch the show so I know what happened, but I watch your reviews when I want that. Yeah, thank you. I think I try to do somewhat of both because that's the thing, Allison. I watch all five of the shows, but I don't have time to sit there and do all five reviews. So it's like if people want to come in and talk about days, I watch it so we can talk about that. But as far as the review, I'll just put that out. Javier is a loser character. Get ready. He is gone. Yeah, but unfortunately, he's not going. Like, he's not going. Like today, I didn't see it since Jen's clips haven't uploaded yet. Okay. Yeah, exactly. We can talk about it here, and it's fun. No, but seriously, thank you, Alex. Yeah, he's not like we're stuck with him. And that's and again, Eagle. That's my whole thing. I'm just like, I feel that. I feel that Dimitri is just a more interesting character. It's a lot. And the thing is, Allison, it could be done, but it's a lot. Like, let's see if I did that 5 days, like just putting out 5 reviews. Like, I mean, that's literally a full time. If I was just doing, no, I still wouldn't do that. Even if I was just doing YouTube, no, no, I could not do that. Another show I want to watch it would be yes. Hobby is one of the cheapest emotionally and relationships. That's the real. Oh, you watch days. Yeah, I listen, and that's the thing. I like days, and I used to sit there and do reviews on it. One Life to Live was a lot of fun. That's the thing, Allison. We went back and we watched like characters of One Life to Live, like Laura and fuck, what is Lindsay? Lindsay Allison. I don't know. I guess for me, Eagle, I like Dimitri. Uh, I just find him a very fun character to watch. As his hobby is fickle, and he likes to play the victim in every situation he gets himself into. Yeah, and that's the thing, Alex. I would sit there and tell Kyrie's because I don't think Kyrie's watched One Like to Live, but then like okay, before you had Ava Jerome, you had Lindsay Rappaport, okay? And listen, yeah, exactly. Like Lindsay was that chick. Lindsay was another character that was, she had her bad moments. She also had her good moments. And the thing is, Allison, they didn't dumb down her character like they did Ava for a while. Natalie was fucking fire. I I fucking love Natalie. I think Chanel's losing that baby. Johnny might be right. Well, that's the thing, Eagle. Chanel don't bother to sit there. Like Chanel, I hate Smith saying this, but I feel like Chanel kind of wants to live in La La Land to some extent. I understand she wants to enjoy stuff and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, listen, if your man is not there telling you, you got a lump, maybe you should sit there and check it out. And you want to sit there and start like getting all upset with him, it's like, damn, he practically just opened up his mouth and he's only telling you this stuff because he loves you. And instead of you appreciating that, you want to sit there and start, nah, 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 nah. It's like, but you know what, Eagle, like I said, they're both leaving the show anyway. So, yeah, Natalie was a good character. Jess was a good character. Tess, Bess. Well, that's the thing. Ava started out strong. Ava started out as a good character. And then they dumped her. Then they dumped her character down. And that's a shame. But like I said, with Lindsay's character was they didn't dump her. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really bring her character down. You know? I remember when she was in jail and they did that whole like she had to like I don't know she had this whole musical thing or whatever. It was I feel like One Like Live just had such a fucking good imagination. And maybe at one point General Hospital did too, but Eagle says Kristen's plan is so beyond dumb and Sophia are going to end up being a bigger outsider than Egypt. The fact that she wants to sit there and kill her own nephew is just like, what the fuck am I watching, you? Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's not, she is, but at the same time, it's Nicole's daughter, and she don't like Nicole. So she had no problem sitting there fucking over her. That's probably why she's so much more cooler with it, because she's like, you know what? Listen, I don't like Nicole's ass anyway, so sure. Yep. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, you're a white look fan. And that's the thing, Eagle. I mean, that's the thing, Ed. At some point, we got to sit there and do a part two of Lindsay Rappaport. If I can find enough clips, we'll do a part two of Lindsay. Yeah, and it'll all be because of Kristen. She was a yes man from day one. And Johnny, being the disappointed demerit that he is, was just happy to sit there and sign up for that shit. And kind of like that, I'm not gonna lie. I still can't believe that Kristen was like, "I want you to kill Johnny." I was like, "I'm sorry, what? You want Sophia to kill your own nephew?" I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that she wanted. I thought that I thought that she wanted Sophia to somehow make it look like Sophia and EJ was having some sort of inappropriate relationship or something like that. Like it still would have been over the top, but I would have been like, okay, whatever, you want to sit there, make him look bad or whatever, I don't. I mean, I can think of a worse storyline that they could have did, and I'm not even gonna sit there and say that. That's actually very true. Very true. Very true. It seems so. It seems so, Allison. Exactly, CK. She, Lindsay, listen, Lindsay was like prototype April. Why kill your own family? Yeah, she's definitely doing way too much. Like, and that's the thing, Allison. With Kristen, she always, she does stuff to her brother, whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. Like, she wants to destroy him. She wants to destroy his reputation. Okay, that's one thing. It's bad, but that's the mirror way. That's whatever. That's like, okay, the Quartermains decide I want to sit there and kill one of the other Quartermains. Like they fight, they squabble, they backstab, they lie, they cheat or whatever, but they ain't killing each other. That's not like Chris, you were doing way too fucking much. Quick Quick says my Brit looked good as up today. She won Lulu if she don't listen. It's on her. Well, Lulu is being pretty annoying. But see, here's the thing, Allison, and I'll just give you the short version. Kristen is going after EJ because her daughter shot EJ. It was by accident, but it's because EJ took Rachel's grandmother. Had it kidnapped and took him somewhere, whatever. So Rachel was like, "Hey, listen, where's my grandmother?" And EJ sat there with, he act like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," or whatever. And she picked up a gun and shot him. She picked up a gun and shot him. But I'm just like, but that's my whole thing though. Like Kristen was like, my daughter is in Bayview because of you. And I'm just like, wait, let me get this straight. You're blaming EJ for your daughter shooting him. And yeah, I understand string theory. She wouldn't have sat there and shot EJ if EJ didn't sit there and kidnap her grandmother, for whatever reason. That still doesn't give her the right to sit there and shoot. Like, she's a kid. She should not even be picking up a gun. And I'm like, what do you think that she learned that from? How often has she heard stories of Mama Kristen, you know, waving around a gun, threatening somebody? That's how she thinks though. One second, Spider. That's how she thinks. It's always everybody else's fault and she didn't do anything wrong and somebody pushed her to this. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? People said, did Newman's give Matt Clark money? How is he running around being able to do all these evil deeds? Drug business has to be bigger than the oil business. Something like that, right? Why did EJ kidnap her grandmother? Um, that makes sense, Evil. With that. I don't exactly remember why he kidnapped Christian's mother, but like regardless, like, you know, her daughter should not be sitting there picking up a gun and pointing it at him, demanding, "Oh well, you got to give me back my grandmother." Like, I get that she's upset, but like, that's like, come on, like, what are we doing at this point? Spikeberg says, as per say, Lucas has lost his mind. LOL, people need to start listening to Brit more than she knows what she's doing. Uh, I wouldn't go that far. Let's not sit there and say that she knows what she's doing because like she's having her meds with help from her. Because Ross has run out of patience with her. So let's not sit there and say we should be like, straight up listening to her. I do think that Lucas is kind of crazy. I just don't know what he's on. That trivia segment on Days was so cringe. I had to the dentist to fix my teeth. Yeah, it was. I'm tired of her bringing. Okay, I'm tired of her bringing up her crazy mom. Her mom made her daughter commit a crime when Ava was kidnapped, which would have gotten her daughter taken away. Exactly. So, like, I'm just, but again, it's always, and it's always somebody else's fault. Like, you blame EJ for your daughter shooting him? Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't even sit there and say that with a straight face. I know about that, Spider. But what I'm sitting there saying is, like, not everything that Brit has done has worked on her favor. Remember, Spider, remember we talked about this before when Britt was sitting there not doing her work? When she was working for Pascal, she was taking breaks, she wasn't going to the lab, and she was doing whatever she wanted. And Pascal was giving her a certain amount of leeway, but after a while, it was like, nah, girl, you need to sit there and get to work. Ross came in, and Ross was like, nah, you're doing this, or we'll find somebody else. Britt was not there pushing her luck and pushing her luck. And you kept not there saying, well, she can push her luck to a certain extent. Apparently she could not because Ross had enough of that shit. That's all I'm going to say. You know the thing is though. You know the thing is, Eagle. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, she lost her child. You know, she lost the first child. You know, I think that's why a lot of people want her to have this child because she lost her other child. And I think she's somewhere escaped because if she really going, that sucks because they keep doing offspring's death, like the racist guy and Doug, and now maybe Lynette left the show. Well, I don't know. I hope they don't. And I do agree with you, Spider Quick. I hope they don't. But I hope they don't get rid of. I hope they don't get rid of Lynette because she's been keeping pressure on Haley. She's been having her foot on Haley's neck. She's been a pain in the ass to Haley, and I'm here for that. So for that reason, I don't want Lynette to be gone. No, that's not just you. People, I heard other people say the same thing too. CK says, "What do you think? What do you think about Devon and Abby having more substance?" I'm totally cool with it, CK. I am 150% cool with it because I understand where Devon is coming from. Devon is angry. You know, I know that Sharon is like, oh, but my daughter, her mental health, and she's not in her right mind, and she would never sit there and hurt him. She would never sit there and hurt him. And I'm like, yo, the fact, and here's the thing, Sharon was like, well, he only had one nightmare because besides that one nightmare, he seems totally fine. Here's the thing, that child shouldn't have had one nightmare. He shouldn't have had one nightmare. And why do you think he should just be kumbaya fucking ya about the fact that like he got his son taken across state lines by this woman? You know what I'm saying? Like he feels like it's a slap on a wrist, and I totally understand that. And I get Sharon. You know, she wants to sit there and stick up for her daughter, but I'm like, girl, you are sounding fucking crazy. Every time she talks, she's like, oh, but you can't do that. You can't really do the fuck you can, and he has every right to do that. He has every right to his anger. Like, girl, you don't lost your fucking mind. Rosemary says Victor got Matt Clark working, secretly working for him. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I mean, you know, it makes sense, Ed, but like I said, how did Rachel get a gun anyway? The, I think EJ had the gun. I think Johnny, something happened with Johnny gave EJ the gun, and EJ didn't put it away where he was when he was supposed to. He said that he forgot to put it away somewhere, and he didn't, and so she got a hold of it. Ex girlfriend defended my straight up stupid. Well, I mean, you know, the thing is, Ego, it's like, well, no, the gun wasn't given to her. He left it lying on a table somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, EJ didn't just give her a gun; it was just lying on the table somewhere. I'm not gonna. Well, that's the thing, Spider Quick. Him getting that ass whooping was like the funniest. I think that might have been the funniest thing in Beyond the Gates was Jacob getting his ass beat at Spider Quick. Yeah, I mean, you take a kid and you take him across state lines. Absolutely, his ass belong her ass belongs in federal prison. But like I said, I understand where Sharon's coming from. I just don't agree with Sharon. I understand that she's his mom, but I think Ed said something that was really interesting. Ed was like, this thing. Ed was like, Sharon has been coming at Daniel for a very long time for an accident that killed her daughter. That, let's be real, Daniel was not responsible because Daniel wasn't driving. Her daughter was driving. Okay, and what wound up happening? She wound up going crazy. She wound up essentially setting Daniel up for a crime of killing Heather that he didn't even do. Exactly for years, and yes, exactly for years, he has held that grudge against Daniel for her daughter's death. And I'm going to be honest, that was not Daniel's fault. Yes, he was underage drinking and he shouldn't have been drinking or whatever. But nobody told Sharon's daughter to sit there and get in that car and drive them home. Nobody told her to do that. It's the most pointless. He's getting away. All those evil things in that car. But yeah, it's like if you're still here, it's like yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. You're not having the fact that she ran him out of town. I mean, Daniel's kind of a loser, but the fact that you got ran out of town because of Sharon, like, what the fuck? I understand guilt, and I guess he just kind of took it, which again, you know, they love to sit there and show men being weak and pathetic. I'll be honest, Ed, this is the reason why, like, I would never call my channel the soap after show or anything like that. Because as entertaining as soaps are, they do a shitty job at times of portraying men. They write them dumb, they write them gullible, they write them as emotional punching bags. And on Y&R, apparently they're not, you know, men don't get essay, you know. So I can rock with these shows. I can talk about them, but at some point I'm like, nah. Hanson, what's your thoughts on Xander? What's your thoughts on Xander is using Gwen for blank and get intel about EJ and he's spying on Sarah and Brady? I think it's fucked up that he's using Gwen. I mean, I know that they said that they were. I know that Gwen said that she was cool with them just hooking up. But you know how she is. Like, why even sit there and play those games with her? You know she's a chick that tends to get attached. I'm cool with him getting intel on EJ, um, but I'm not cool with him being all like. I'm not cool with him getting jealous about Sarah because like, how you want to sit there and get jealous of Sarah when you sit there banging another woman? Did you hear Elizabeth, Sharon Elizabeth? That also Buffy is in. Are you serious? Uh, I am so. I think that might have been the most interesting news that I heard all night. It is lame, Allison. I just like I said, I don't like how men are being portrayed. I really don't. Oh no. Listen, I'm I'm sorry. I just it's just gonna take a hot minute. Screenshot that, bro. If you're in the '90s and you ever watched American Pie, I'm fucking here for it. I am here for it. And Buffy, okay, Buffy from the wait, Eagle, are you sitting there saying? I mean, not like that. I mean, obviously I love my cat lady, but like Buffy from the movie, like that '80s movie. It says men and souls get portrayed like They have to do everything women want them to do. Relationship is equal partnership, not one side. It's not. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look that up. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of sound a little bit too excited about that. I should probably tone that down. Yeah. So like, you really like that. Yeah, I used to like those movies growing up. I think the only parody movie that like that still hits me in a sense is also is none of the team movie. I'm gonna look that up. Isn't that movie? Okay, thank you. Fight movie. Fight movie. Okay. Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm not gonna lie. It kind of annoyed me. Here's the thing. It annoyed me because people took joy about it. Like that's the part. That's the part that like really annoyed me. I'm like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think it'd be Mortal Kombat. I think it'd be Mortal Kombat. But for me personally, I want to see Street Fighter. Like I'm be honest. For me personally, I want to sit there and see Street Fighter. But I think Mortal Kombat's gonna probably kill it. Well, I think now you just have a lot of people that will sit there and say like people are celebrating because it was like, oh well, I'm glad that the movie didn't come out because I didn't want to sit there and see anything woke. And I feel like whenever time people sit there and say that, it's like, what do you mean by that? And what they really mean is that they don't want to sit there and see a show that is female led. Let's be honest. You sit there and you say that, you're basically sitting there saying that, I don't want to sit there and say it because I'm sexist. But I don't want to admit that, so I'll just sit there and say I don't want to see it because it's woke. Yeah, I mean, listen, and that's the thing, people. Like, my friend is sitting there saying the same thing. Like, I think you know what it is, though? Like, listen, I like Mortal Kombat. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. And I think for that reason, I'm looking forward to a little bit more. I'll see both of them. I'm gonna see Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I'm gonna see it in the theaters, but I'll see Mortal Kombat. But just like as far as like the franchise, I'm more of a Street Fighter fan. But I do feel that like people are gonna like Mortal Kombat more. They just don't get a good break. Like, I think that's another reason why I want to support the Street Fighter movie. Like, a live action movie so far has not hit. And I feel like if this is the closest that they're gonna get, I'll fucking take it. I will take it. Anyway, I'm gonna sit in the stream here because I should probably get ready to get some sleep. This way I don't sleep the day away. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that, Jonathan. Thank you, Eagle. Thank you. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you. Always good to chat with you. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, my gorgeous queen cat lady. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Have a good night, Ants. Have a good night, Rosemary. Have a good night, Black Mom. Have a good night, Allison, if you're still in the chat. Join us next time for another edition of Folk Chat with Abu Bosik. Thank you. Always great to see you, Jonathan. Thank you, Rosemary. It was really great to see you. Appreciate you coming through tonight. There you go. Have a good night, Allison. Johnson says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Just hit that like button because it does help. Keeps me in the algorithm. And Eagle says, wait, what's good? What is that? Yeah, 6 months in jail and hard labor, which I'm just like, here's the thing. People want it like 20 and 30, and I'm like, that's kind of excessive. Like, I get it, he's a dick and nobody likes him, but 30 years, I feel like it's kind of excessive. 6 months, I feel like that's kind of, he got off too easy because it just encouraged him to continue doing it. And, we really thought that they were going to drop the hammer. But have a good night, CK. People were hoping they were going to drop the hammer. Yeah, something like that. I mean, not no 30 years though. Like, oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't get a chance to do a video, but yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for coming through, Eagle. Thank you for letting me know. Have a good night, Spiderquake, and anybody else who I miss, you know who you are. And I will sit there and see y'all tomorrow. Laters.